the beginning of this year, we had a time of 21 days of fasting and prayer. And during that time, we were seeking to just being in God's presence. We had 3 prayer nights. And during one of those prayer nights, in fact, it was the last one, I was moving some things before the Lord that He had talked to me about. I'm an evangelist in Africa or all over the world, but specifically God has focused us on Ethiopia. And in the last 4 years, there's been war, a lot of war in Ethiopia. And because of the strategies that they used in this civil war, they tried to use a human wave to overcome the central government, and millions of daddies were killed, were just machine gunned down, and so you have a lot of single moms that can't make ends meet anymore. A lot of kids just appearing on the streets, and this really bothered me over the last 3 years, just seeing these kids on the street. And during these 21 days of fasting and prayer, I just said, Lord, we've got to do something about it. And then the Lord really began to deal with me, because I was saying, Lord, can you find somebody who will take this project on and take on these kids? And at that point, I really felt the Lord say, Chris, you're that person. At that point, just spoke to me, said, Chris, I'm going to give you everything that you need. I'm going to give you the people. I'm going to give you the finances. I'm going to help you do this. And so at that point, we just said, okay, we're going to do this. And then shortly after that, we went back to Ethiopia, and exactly the need for these, for these street kids was like, it was right in front of our eyes. And I want to just, Simone, to share what we saw in Addis Ababa.
Yeah, it was, absolutely devastating. Right after the fast, we went to Ethiopia, and, we were driving through the city, and, we hit rush hour and traffic was not really going anywhere. And I had time, just to look out the window of the car, just observing the people, and, something that I really like to do actually. And a pickup truck caught my eye, and on the back of this pickup truck were a couple of girls. If I would have to guess, I would say they were between 7 and 9 years old maybe, and they were crying. And you could sense, it was a real earnest cry. And I kept just watching and observing, and a little further away, maybe 100 yards from this pickup truck, was a little boy that was hiding behind some cars, a little, hidden, and he was also crying. And then so I turned to our coordinator, an Ethiopian guy, an amazing guy, and I said, Jonas, what is going on here? Can you tell me what is happening to those kids? And he told us, they are probably street kids, and the police is just cleaning up the city, taking these kids out of the city, and this little boy is most likely their brother, and he knows he will never see his sisters, he'll never see his siblings again. And it really broke our heart. I started to cry right there on the spot, just overwhelmed, with the devastation, that those kids have to face. You see, those kids are completely unprotected. People will just come and rape them. They will treat them really bad. They will kick them. They will stone them. Some of them are even used for human sacrifices. The witch doctors, you would like to use kids like this to do their ritual, their religious ritual, whatever they are doing. And we were just gripped with the devastation, and we just knew we had to do something now. That was not something that we could wait, push down the street and do whatever we have time, but we knew that we have to act now.
In Kenya, it is specifically, the street kids are gone. I was talking to my brother who lives there, and he said, Chris, there's no more street kids. And they really suspect that these kids have been just taken out and probably just shot or just gotten rid of. So, you don't know where they are, but there were many and they're gone. And so, they are in great danger. And so, with that being said, the Lord put this assignment on our hearts to rescue kids from the street in Ethiopia, just only Ethiopia. 4 million kids. This is the official numbers that they say 4 million kids are affected. It's probably a whole lot more than that. But these are just the numbers that they put out. We're so excited right now. Just about a month ago, we signed the lease on a new property, or it's not a new property, but it used to be a hotel, or like a guest house hotel. And we have 18 rooms in this Hope Center to put up kids and put up moms that are coming off the street and children. And just last week, we were able to get, just this week actually, we were able to get children off the street that were living on the street last week. They have a home. They're all washed up and clean, and so we're really excited. We're seeing this thing happen. By the end of 2024, we want to have rescued 100 children off the street and going big. This is our first Hope Center. We're praying that the Lord will give us multiple Hope Centers, all over Ethiopia and perhaps even beyond, that, to give hope to these children that nobody wants right now, but Jesus wants them. He loves them. And we have the opportunity to make a difference in their lives. And so I just want to encourage you to take the opportunity and be a part of helping these children come off the street. And we just really appreciate being able to do that together with you. God bless you.